Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today I'm going to show you my plans for my cover of my Lighthouse Journal. I thank everybody for coming to visit. I really appreciate it. And what I have done here is use this beautiful board paper that is from Calming Coastals. It's a pad from Michaels and has some beautiful images in it. And I've taken an old calendar from 2018 that had lighthouses. And a good bit of them are not going to really fit into my scheme because this is like retro seaside. So it's got softer tones, kind of like this. And I was able to take a few bolder images and smaller. There's not too many small lighthouses on here. Some of them are huge. But I may use some of these pages in my my journal. I'm still deciding. And this will be the cover, and then this I think will be my inside of my cover. I have taken a pizza box, which is this. It is Rising Crust 3-meat pizza. I love this. This is one of the main things that I will make a cover out of. This one's a little on the thinner side. Some of them are a little thicker, the better priced ones. But what I'm planning on doing here, this is 12 inches across, but I wanted a little longer to give myself a spine. So I went all the way over to this edge. I'm going to cut this edge off, but I'm going over to this edge. And it'll be 9 inches tall. And I'm not really sure after I leave this piece on here. It's going to be, I think, about 13. Whoop, yeah, about 13 inches. So I'll cut that out. And you can see I have my lines on it. Now, the idea here was, I don't know, it came to me, you know. So what I wanted was, and I'm looking for a journal card of some type. This will work. Okay. I got the idea to do pockets. So as I'm going to glue this down, I'm going to be making a pocket here. Then I'm going to glue this one down to be a pocket here. And the same on the back cover. It's going to be like that. And just in case, you know, I can tuck a picture or an image or a lighthouse I've taken a photo of, something like that to go in here. Now, all of these images here came from that calendar. You can see I doubled the paper though, because, you know, calendar paper's thin. But I really like the colors. They really go well with this. I wasn't so sure with this, but since it's going to be on the back, I think I'm okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by making sure I'm going to be 9 inches tall. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 9 inches tall. Okay, I've got everything cut down. This is for the inside. And since this is going to be longer, it'll have to be longer. I'm probably going to cut this down the center and put this in the dead center like that and put these over it on each side. And I believe the same is going to have to happen to the front because this is 12 inches wide, but my paper is a little wider. So the piece that I cut off will become a center section, like right here. And like I said, I'll cut that in half and put it over top of this. Now I have a little nice piece for like a journal card or a tuck or something in a journal. And I can cover it with the sand piece that I've got back here. Okay. Okay, I got an old magazine from Alaska under here. And I've made little marks here to know where my center is. But right yet, I'm not going to worry about scoring that. So I've got Distress Collage Medium because this stuff is like instant. It's quick. So I'm going to go ahead and squirt some on the back side of this and get this put down. You might want to be a little generous with it, although that may have been enough. I think it needs to come back down. I got it in a little roll of tape over here, keeping it upside down for me. So we're going to just do like this. And this stuff is great. It's almost like instant. Not quite, but almost. So you have to work fast. But it hits and holds immediately. So you just, you don't have to wait. That's the great part. You don't have to wait. So we're going to over top my fingerprints there and try to get a little bit more up here where it's probably already dried a little bit. There. Now we're going to turn it upside down while I hold the brush with my mouth. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure you would rather hear me. Okay. Then I'm going to go down through like that. I was a little off, but you can always cut your pieces down. They don't always have to be perfecto. I got a little bit over there, but that's all right. So if I went over to the pink board or halfway, I'll be good. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this time. Oh, man. I might have to get me something else out. This might not have enough in it. I had been using it for something at another point. If I can get one side, I'll be happy. Okay, get in here and brush away. Excuse me. I just had gotten up not long ago. I always have the frog throat. It never fails. All right, let's see if I can at least get this. I might just have to resort to some fabric tack or my art glitter glue if this doesn't have enough. I needed to be over just a little bit farther. Let's see if that does it. Sometimes you might want to actually go over your edges anyhow, just to get all of them secure. Okay, let me go to the very top edge, and that's where I'll concentrate on. Okay, I'm pushing hard. I really want this to go down. And sometimes you can get some of your glue to move for you. So I do see that it's sticking up just a little bit on that edge. So I believe I'm going to have to transfer over to some fabric tack. Okay, so we're going with fabric tack now. It's going to have all kinds of stuff on here. And I'm just going to go directly to the piece and try to smear it around. And fabric tack also has a pretty quick drying time, so get it on here as quick as you can. And I suggest doing the inside first and then whipping it around the outside real quick and getting it down, and then you can smooth it out and push the glue. Okay, let's get it on here. I've got the blue up. Yep, I'm good. Get it on here as straight as possible. And then smear it out. And with this other piece, I went under it with a little bit of my... Do I have some move time? I sure wish I did. I didn't go to the outside edge, but that's okay. I can trim that off. It's not that big of a piece. But yeah, on the outside of this one, that wasn't all the way down. I went with some art glitter glue. That made it stick. It went down good. Alright, and then you just have to check your outside edges. Make sure everybody's down and there's not that much seepage. See where I kind of missed it right there? I don't think it matters. I'm going to be putting something on that corner anyway. I don't even have to trim it. That's right. I am fine and dandy. Alright, now our back side. Now I'm going to crack it just a little bit because this is going to bend. And I want to, yeah, I can see a little bit of a crack in there. So you want to do a little bit of maintenance. See that little bit? I can get this nice little nose under here and get that down. I'll just go all the way up. There. And then I'll push under. There we go. That took care of it. And I've learned you want to put this needle or pin back in that thing because it will film over and cap up quick. Really quick. That's one thing I don't have to worry too much about with my Barely Arts glue. It's not quite that quick. Now, since this got extended and I did not want to cut this starfish in half, I'm sticking him way out here to the end. He'll be on the edge. I won't have to worry about him a bit. And then I got this nice little pretty one here that'll be on this side. So this piece is going to go up underneath it, and it's going to kind of blend in. See? Oh, that'll blend in pretty nice. I do have a shadow here, but I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Oh, it's not an issue at all now. Look. Magic. All right, so this, and let me use something here to be my guide. Like, I'm going to use that stamp to know where to put this piece down. Yeah, and past that. Okay, we're good. Let's get this down. I don't know that this is pretty thin paper here. Although you couldn't see the pizza stuff coming through, which is a good indication you're all right. When it's really thin, boy, it's like tissue paper. You cannot see through it. Or you can see through it. I'm sorry. But depending on what theme you're going for, things like that, this little technique works pretty good. Especially fabric tack. That's inexpensive. You know, you can get that at Walmart. That's where I stock up, especially coming toward the holidays and people getting ready to do all this craft supply items. Oh man, you better stock up beforehand because they're starting in August and September and stuff like that to get things ready for shows. And I forget where the farmers, no, I don't know, I guess farmers markets may still be open then. But they have craft shows that they will be lined up for. And they've got to get their stuff made beforehand. So they're going to be cleaning out the fabric tack. And I'm telling you, you cannot find stuff. You may be able to order it online. I mean, if that's the way you want to go. It may be the better way or the only way after, you know, you try the store. Oh, and you want to make sure when this squeegees out that you get it off before you try to go back into your piece, because it makes a little shiny spot on it. So you don't want to carry it over. And like, I don't want to mess up my other page, so what we're going to do, we'll pick this up carefully, and we're going to flip the page. I kind of used that one. Did I get, yeah, I got a little bit on there. Rats. Rats. All right, now we're going to do this big page that goes all the way across. Come on, come on. There we go. And I get a big bottle of this stuff. And just keep it up on my shelf. And I use this little one because it's easier to hold. So that's about the best way to do it. I hope everybody's doing well and have plans. So maybe watch. Well, I'm filming ahead, so today is the coronation. So they're going to be crowning the new king and, I guess, queen. Does she get crowned too? I wasn't sure. But that'll be exciting. I know my mom wants to see that. But that doesn't happen very often, does it? It's like once in a lifetime kind of thing. I know he's waited long enough for it. Oh gosh. I heard a cat situation, so give me a minute. I gotta go see what's going on. There's always something. Okay, just the usual squabbles. Let's see. As you can see, there's some pieces and parts that stick out here. And instead of me trying to do it with scissors, I'm going to go in here with a ruler with a metal piece on it. And I'm going to clean that off real quick. I found if I can't get my scissors in here quite right most times. Okay, I think that'll do the trick. I just need to catch that one edge is all I'm needing. Oops. Well, sometimes you just have to keep going over and over and over. And then if it still doesn't work, you might have to still get in there with your scissors. Oh, it came off. Okay. Sort of. I'll tell you. Sometimes it's just stubborn. But that's what you want to be able to clean up your edges, because that's going to be pretty visible. All right, is that good enough? It's supposed to be rustic anyway. Okay, this end definitely needs it, because I got this whole piece out here that's kind of fallen off. And that's all we need to do, because it's sticking down below. I should have gotten it. Yeah. And sometimes you need to flip it, but I think I'm good. That's going to get, let's see. Yeah, this is the bottom. So that's going to get pocket down here probably. I've got a little piece that didn't get quite covered there, and I have a little bit, oops, whoopsie. You always want to check all your edges. That edge didn't quite get it. We'll put a little bit of glue in there. That rag's about had its day. It's about ready to go. All right. I think this is just needing some. So our next step is to put our calendar pieces on there. And that's about all I'm going to do. And I'm going to use that to put it on with. Hi, kitty. Don't be pushing that, please. And is our little stray kitty visiting. And what I want to do is probably put me a little mark to know where to go with it. Because I want this here. Kitty, stop that. You're going to push my camera off. Kitty, kitty, quit. Thank you. Oh, no. I need to ship some cats off. There's too many. All right. My idea here is to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, God. Okay, I'm back. Stress. They're stressful. All right. I'm trying to make sure it's the same distance. I'm wanting to make sure it's within the 6 inches, because that is where it's going to get folded. So I need to be right there on that line. So I'm going to make me a little pencil mark right there. And I'm wanting it to be even. It looks like it is, so we're going to go with a pencil mark here. And then this piece is easy. And then we want to do that back here as well. You want to put this down. I'm going to move that over to where I've got the pencil, or I mean the 6-inch part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's got to be about right here. I knew it was close to being almost out of room here. So, and then you want to make sure your piece up above. Oh, man, I'm doing it upside down. They done got me so befuddled. I'm upside down. Gosh. Okay. So, give me a minute. Okay, and before I go and put my pockets on here, I want to put a little bit of a stencil. I mean, it's sort of plain looking. Of course, you're going to have, you know, your picture sticking up in there, but wouldn't it be nice to have a little something behind it? I like the compass, so I'll probably put the compass on the front and maybe a little anchor, not an anchor, that, a wheel on the back. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and you know, I thought they were cute. I'm going to use them throughout the journal. All right, so we're going to put this on here. I don't think I'm going to worry about trying to stick it down with anything. I'm going to just get in here with my gathered twigs. I think that's the best way to go. And what I usually will do is I'll do like a little spinny thing. I want it to be kind of light, kind of rustic. It doesn't have to be a full image, just to be able to see what's there. So that's all I'm trying for right here. So they can get their directions. I think I'm over far enough that it's not going to affect anything or be covered up. But if it is, you know, it is. There. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, the E needs a little help. So you can always put it back on here and go in a little darker. It may be because it's on a certain piece of board. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, much better. Much better. All right, and then we're going up in this corner with our... I know it's not a steering wheel. Do they call it a captain's wheel? Is that what that is? You know, I've never sailed or anything. I've been on a ferry. That is about as close as I've gotten. We're not close to the water. We're inner Virginia. We're like next to the Shenandoah Valley. We're in the Shenandoah Valley and right next to West Virginia. So we have to travel 3.5 hours to get to the beach. We used to go to Virginia Beach all the time. Loved it. When I was a kid, we had certain places. I can't remember, Sand Dollar, the Sand Dune Hotel, something like that. And we'd go there and stay. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay. And we would spend the week. It was fun. It was like 3 stories. So you know that's a long time ago because everything's like 10 or 15 stories now. Okay, now I'm going to go in and glue. I'm going to use art glitter glue because I know it's a really strong one. And we're going from that line to that line. And this line to this line. And all I'm doing is gluing the edge. I'm not going to glue anything else because it needs to be a pocket. And I'm not going to glue, you know, the bottom because it can be a real deep pocket if it needs to be. Okay, so that is going to go here. All I got to do is match up that part and then that part. And I'm going to trim it. Once I get it on here, I'll trim it and be able to take off that excess. So we're going to go ahead and do the back side the same way. I do need to make a mark. So there. And then this is to here. Okay. I really appreciate all my new subscribers and my regular subscribers for coming to see me and for supporting me. I'm just kind of doing whatever lately. I'm trying to do things I think you would like and trying to do a few challenges to keep me sharp and have fun. That's the main thing, to have fun. I mean, if you don't think your work is good, don't worry about it. You will get good. You will keep working at it. You'll keep watching other people and getting your own ideas. I watched a lady the other day, and she'd been doing this a long time, and she was saying how she did it, or what she did, and she said, you know, just watch a few people, but don't sit day in and day out and watch nothing but craft videos and other people crafting. You need to get in there and do it yourself. So what you need to do is maybe even watch other things. Like I watch rock hunting. I know that's not going to inspire you, but it may be another type of a craft, like a home decor channel or card making, she said. Things like that. Any of those things can give you inspiration and give you an idea of what to do. So always look at different things. I'm forever I'm forever getting inspired by something or someone's item. I'll take and see it, and it'll just come to me in a different way to use it, an extra thing to do it with. You just let your mind go. I remember back in the day, we used to play with mud pies, and we had one of those old cast iron stoves, but you know, it wasn't usable. It was out in what we called the Booger Man house, but it was fun. We got to play and use our creativity. They had there was a scythe. I guess you know what a scythe is. It's like what the Grim Reaper holds. Okay. So there was one of those up in the rafters, because there was just this one board or one like a platform up there, but not all of it was, it was like not a floor. It didn't cover the whole thing. So you could see up in there. So you could see this scythe sticking over the edge of that area. And it always scared us. We didn't know who was up there, who used that scythe. Now, Mom, to get us to get in at night before dark, she told us that the Booger Man would get a hold of that scythe and he would start coming down out of those rafters. And don't you know, we would sit there and we would watch right up to, you know, almost dark, up through dusk, to watch and see if that thing moved. And we thought we saw it move one time. Oh my God, we ran up to the house, boy, screaming and hollering. But it was our eyes, because we stared at it for, you know, without blinking. So you know it's going to move. Your eyes playing tricks on you. But it was fun. It was just fun. Okay, that is what she's going to look like at the moment. Now, the things that I was thinking to put inside, these are part of the kit, the Retro Seaside by Jewel Design on Etsy. And anyway, It's gorgeous. I mean, I love this lighthouse. Let's cut this out and see what it looks like on the front. I was hoping my colors went with the colors of her kit. She's got pinks in it and blues, and there's black and white because of some of the old photographs. And so that's the kind of thing I had to stick with to make sure whatever I put with this kit in this journal were going to be harmonious with each other. So, and I love this woman. Look at her. Isn't she the cutest? I got lines in it because I was running out of ink. I'm pushing that ink as far as I can. So this is kind of what I wanted to do. Either a photograph or something like that. And see how cute that is? It's also making your cover interactive. So if you have a chance to do a cover like this, think about doing pockets. I mean, it's the simplest cover. It's just a piece of paper. But whatever you put on the corners is going to be your focal. And you can put anything and everything in there. So I wanted to give you that idea before I got to putting this thing together. And I really appreciate you coming to see me and see what I was doing. And thank you very much. Goodbye.